Morning, UAO. This is Rass. All right. We decided a week ago we were going to help Connie get wings. Connie has worked her ass off on her defense, and she has fought in battlefields, tested it out, analyzed battle reports, talked with everybody. Do I have it or don't I? And fortunately, with some pieces falling in the right place, she's been able to get almost 2 billion points. She's in the positive about 150 million points. So she's good. It's been a pretty razor thin line. A lot of it was gambles, small rallies, and guesses. And we've been able to reinforce her right, and she was strong enough. She held up against some small K40 rallies. And yeah, she's done well right now. Max would have to get 992 million points to knock her out of top 5. That's probably not going to happen. Maybe I need to reach out to Nagard to hang back, but I doubt I'm even going to have to do that. She's done a hell of a job. So it's almost close enough to call already. Hell yeah, Connie. All right, let's talk about how I fucked up, because I hadn't been there to really help her, and I pretty much lost this server war for us. Let's talk about how that happened. There I am, 777 million points for the server. There I am at the top of the list with 2.2 billion negative points. So I'm in the negative, about 1.5 billion points. The lead is just under 2 billion points, so we would be behind less than half a billion points if I hadn't gone over there and got zeroed. So here's a quick strategy overview of what you want to do in a server war. Let's go to Monarch Power Ranking. So if you look at our top 10 players, most of those people could go over there and unbubble comfortably in most server wars, but we've got a bad motherfucker over there that really knows how to play and really knows how to pump his money into stuff. And so I don't know what it would look like if that dude's range hit just hit these people directly, but I'm thinking if they won on points, it wouldn't be much for us. Okay, but those people can usually go over to the enemy server and unbubble comfortably. Whereas, let's go down here to where I'm at. I'm going to pick on 51 and 52, Black Mamba and Mace. I just got zeroed and lost the server war for us. Mace has done that in a previous server war, so this is a teachable moment here. If you're sitting at 3 billion power or 2 billion power and you go over there and you get zeroed, that's enough where they could just bubble up and say, all right, we're done. Y'all are beat. And you just lost a server war. So really, if you're wanting to win as a server, these top 10 players kind of police the top 100 players where, I just clicked on Beasley. They kind of police the top 100 players because they know that if these people get zeroed recklessly, they could lose it for everybody. So that's what you want to avoid. Now let's look at how that happened. Last SVS, I thought I was bad and I could take hits from these big guys, and well, I didn't die, but this isn't something you want to do in a battlefield or a server war. You hurt your team. I'm not going to go into the big analysis of what he did layer by layer. He wiped out everything but my siege. and some of my ground. Then he hit that with his. Just look at the buffs. 3,894 attack buff. Almost all of his range buffs are over 3,000, so they're hard as hell to kill. So my little old pissant, I worked hard on these buffs, and they defended good last week against their biggest player, and man, ooh boy, he wiped shit out, wrecked it. And then he followed up with that. Now look at his mount buffs. 3788 attack, and the defense and HP is almost 3,000. It just, my mount debuffs minus 971. So he hit me with a 1-2 punch that he pretty well knew he was going to win on points. Let's take a look at how I should have known not to go over there and fuck with this dude. Before server war starts, first thing I do, rank immunity server, general ranking. So this dude has got 1, 2, 3, 7, and 11. In the top 11, he's got 4 generals. Now, really, I should have been afraid of this one, because a T-15 ground attack can flatten and wreck shit. If you've ever been hit by one, you know. And he's got it all. Premium general, civ gear, maxed out, everything. Okay. But take a look at this. Just take a minute to read what that does. And his advanced refining is at level 72. Look down there. It's okay. Let's look at the other piece. Take a minute to read that. Look what it does. Now down there at all troops attack, his advanced refining is at 54. All of these pieces have, what are those? Snowflakes, sheriff stars? What the fuck are those? When you enhance and amplify civ gear, all of it. And, premium general, full specialties. And you have no way of knowing what his dragon is. Well, last SVS, I took a hit from somebody that kind of looked like that, and, I was able to deflect it, so I wasn't afraid of him. I should have been in this case. And then look, if you really look at your opponent, look at this. Look what it does. And take a minute to really look at that. And he's got a black dragon up there. I don't even know what that black dragon does. How many wonders do you have to open to get that black dragon? And look at all this. So I should have known what that could do, and should have sit back and waited, saw his buffs before I went over there and just took a hit. So I didn't. I did do my homework. I looked at all this stuff, but I didn't respect it. Thought I was bigger and better than what I was. And yeah, I fucked up and lost it for us. That's how that happened, and that's what I should have done to prevent it. So let's talk about what I've done since then in response to that. So obviously, you look at the defensive layers. My ground troops and siege machine layers is what's going to have victories in the high tiers against range troops. He wiped my T-14 ground layer. Keep going down and look. My siege machines got victory against his range march. My T-12s ground troops got victory against him. He wiped the range and mounted layer. So my high tiers, they stop him, but they're not enough for something like this. Now look at the T1 layer. I don't have a T1 meat wall. Well, I don't want to build any more high tiers. It already gives up too much points. I want something else to stop this kind of shit. Don't have a T1 meat wall, need to build one. So here, this piece here, I got it into advanced refining where it buffs troops HP, and I took away all the refines except for that one ground HP. Now that looks stupid, but bear with me. I'm not spending any gems on this piece because I'm going to flat refine it out. Okay. Not ready to do that yet. But I got the advanced refining open, and that buffs troop HP. This piece I got the advanced refining open, and that buffs troop HP. So you see what I did here? One of them is ground troop defense, and one of them is siege machine defense. So I lost some orange refines, gained a couple gold, but those aren't my refines that I'm going to charge forward with. So I lost some ground HP and some siege defense and attack. So here's what I done. Went to my Thieves Dragon. It's a dragon feeding event, so I'm going to go ahead and do this while I'm here. Okay. I better not fuck with that right now. But the talent, I put that talent, the magic shield, up to 60. So that gave me some ground troop HP back. And that gave me some more siege machine attack. I put this one up to 56. So that I've got more siege machine attack and ground HP. The same amount of ground HP and more siege machine attack than I had when he hit me. I improved those buffs. And I'm going to keep doing that. And then on his refines, I've got ground HP there. So the ground HP that I lost when I just quick gold put my Carrillo helmet into advanced refining, I'm keeping my ground HP at about the same. And here's another thing that I did. I jumped this up to level 20. So that helps with ground HP. And then this one is at 17. That's going to help with ground HP. I upped a spiritual beast for ground defense. Okay. I think it's that one. Yeah, ground troop defense. I upped that one. So I did things to help my ground layers, where by taking that Carrillo helmet and taking the 3 orange ground troop HP refines that I had off and leaving 1 gold one, my ground HP is not hurt. But I put those on super refining, advanced refining, and this improves troops HP. So I've got all kinds of easy ways to improve my defending troops HP, where I could still improve my ground troop HP and still grow that layer and that capability, But I'm able to flat refine that piece and build a T1 meat wall on top of it. If that dude had to contend with a T1 meat wall with my high tier buffs that I've got, he would have wiped some high tiers and probably would have won on points, but probably only about 300 million, because my T1s would have smashed the rest of what he's got. And so I need to get something else to put in front of these people and build another layer. That's the only thing that my defense is lacking that the rest of you have. That's the core of a lot of your defenses, but to me it would be just adding another layer. But right now I'm increasing troops HP. So you see what I did? I made a move where I can maintain and still grow one of my main refines that's been protecting me. Since it's not enough, I'm going to add another layer. And bit by bit, piece by piece, I'm going through my wall gens gear to where I can get those refines, where I can make a T1 layer and put an extra layer in my defense. And I just don't have the gems to flat refine it out right now, but these Sib gear pieces are going to be the most expensive ones to do, so I'm working on them first. But yeah, that's... What else did I do? I got her up to nearly 18. So when I hit 18, it takes ground troops defense and HP from 36 to 60. So I'll have, before next FSVS, I'll have not lost any ground HP with that move that I made when I took the 3 orange ground HP off my Carrillo helmet. But I knew I could do that, so I'll flat refine that piece out and then build a huge wall, and then I've got high tiers and low tiers, and then I can fight these big sons of bitches. But yeah, I did something else. Oh, I don't know how many of y'all know about this. It's kind of new, but the only piece that I've done is this one. It buffs troops HP, and I need research speed and construction speed, but anything that buffs troops HP, I need those ground HP buffs back that I just took off of that piece. Some of you seen it. I took 3 orange ground HP buffs off this one, and I replaced it with 1 gold. So I'm minus 2 orange ground HP buffs is all I'm doing with that piece. So I went to other places to try to make up for that, and by next SVS I'll have the same ground HP buffs. I'm just opening this one up for flat refining, and it's got advanced refine on it now, where I'm increasing ground HP, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to keep my top high tier layers, continue to grow those, and I'll have a low tier defense as well, where it'll give him another layer to have to fight through. I'll be more well rounded, and because I've got, as one of the 3K40s we have, I've got to do that. You got to be able to go to the other server and rally around me, and I can't be some big juicy fucking Thanksgiving dinner for these big Tyrannosaurus motherfuckers to come Godzilla through my shit and win a fucking server war because they hit me twice. It's bullshit, and fuck that. I'm coming back stronger. I'm over here. Adrian! And we're going to come back and kick somebody's ass next go round. All right. Love y'all. That's it.